Wednesday gets therapized. It's all about Agnes this video. We're going to talk about stalking, self-worth, obsession, and role models. Mended light. One of my favorite characters in season 2 of Wednesday is Agnes, the stalker obsessive fan of Wednesday. I think the kids are calling them stans now, who has the gift of invisibility and whose whole life revolves around her obsession with Wednesday, that Wednesday is her fandom, right? So let's talk about where stalking comes from, self-esteem or self-worth, where that comes from. So let's take a look.
The sooner I get answers, the sooner I can save Enid.
Wednesday!
Who I currently want to murder.
Didn't you see the scrunchie on the door? That's kind of universal roomie code for do not disturb.
I thought it was a sock, but whatever.
You know I'm not above using a nail gun.
How long have you been here?
Somewhere between and I'm definitely scarred.
Let's go.
Stay out of my room, you little creep.
Agnes.
That was strike 2.
I was just trying to take mundane tasks off your plate so you can focus on the case. Like picking up your mail. Got a letter from your publisher. Figured you'd want it ASAP.
Dear Miss Adams, we all love Viper, da-da-da-da-da. You're incredibly difficult to work with, blah, blah, blah. Adamant refusal to engage in the editing and rewriting process, da-da-da-da-da. Regrettably, I must drop you as a writer. Please seek help.
Please seek help. She did last season. Didn't go well.
I'm sorry.
Why? I'd rather no one read my novel than make a compromise. Now that this avian is aware of our investigation, we don't have much time. All of our answers are in the Willow Hill Asylum. And I know just the lunatic to get them for me.
So Agnes may be the most Tim Burton-y character that ever Tim Burtoned. Just the way she carries herself, the wide eyes.
You're a little impressed.
The gothic look, just absolutely classic Tim Burton. And here, the way she pops in, she is a stalker. Because of her invisibility, imagine that, a stalker with invisibility, I think, is maybe the scariest thing I can think of.
You knew he was creepy, but you didn't know he was that creepy.
She just lingers in Wednesday's room. Wednesday saved the school last year. Wednesday has this gothic look to her, this darkness, this edge that Agnes is just drawn to. But we see later on that Agnes has a troubled home life, that her parents are divorced, and it was not an amicable divorce. It was not a healthy situation. And she sees herself or is treated like a mistake. So she struggles with her place in the world. She struggles with being seen. I think the use of invisibility is very appropriate here as a metaphor for what's going on with her. She struggles with being seen. And like a lot of people, we look to role models to, oh, that's who I want to be. That's how I want to be. And role models are great to a point. The issue with a role model is you can never be your role model. You can never be the next version of them. And if you were to attempt to do so, you would be betraying yourself because you are your own unique individual. And this is what Agnes needs to learn. But right now, because she doesn't lack self-worth, because we all have worth, but she lacks a feeling of self-worth. She's not in tune with it. She is attaching her worth, her value, her identity to Wednesday. Wednesday is great, and if I'm on Team Wednesday, I can be great. You know, we do this with our fandoms, whether they be sports, whether they be the politicians we rally behind, whether they be the anime or the video games or the TV or the movies, whatever we're a fan of or our favorite band. They're great, and when they're successful, we're successful because we feel connected with them. And to a point, that's not a bad thing. We all have things we're fans of. Where it starts to become unhealthy is this, I don't know my place, my identity, or my worth outside of this thing.
Hello?
You rang?
Thanks for coming on such short notice.
I forget this actor's name.
For my favorite niece? I'm always a lurk away.
But he
I
is
need you to get
perfectly
into where I
cast as
am.
Fester.
Well, the last time I did that was for your mother. She wanted me to check on her sister.
Aunt Ophelia was in there? When?
Years ago, but she'd already flown the coop by the time I got committed. I stuck around for a few weeks. They had a top-notch electroshock therapist, Igor. He ran a gulag in Siberia. He really knew how to rattle the old cerebral cortex. Nobody sneaks up on me, kid. She with you?
This is my stalker. I turned her into an unpaid expendable gopher.
I'm a big fan of child labor. A stampede of chupacabras makes less noise than you. Learn to hold your breath and walk on the seams of the floorboards.
Thanks for the pro tip. I took the liberty of getting you the Will of Hell blueprints.
I need you to find
I'm
Lois.
a big fan of
Could
child
be a
labor.
patient, could be a doctor. Just make sure that the head shrink, Dr. Fairburn, can't trace you back to me.
Oh, don't worry. If there's an expert on getting committed to a loony bin, it's me.
So of course, Fester has pro tips on stalking and how to approach people silently. Now, Agnes is an unpaid gopher, right? This is my stalker. I've turned her into an unpaid gopher. Why? Why is Agnes willing to do this? And don't get me wrong, there's nothing off about wanting to help, wanting to serve, or wanting to bring comfort or happiness to another person. What makes it out of balance, what makes it unhealthy, is the motivation. Agnes is allowing herself to be used by Wednesday. Wednesday doesn't see her, care about her, value her, thinks she's an annoyance, does not respect her, but sees, oh, well, she has a use. Her use is that she can just do these menial tasks for me so I don't have to worry about it. And as we saw in the last clip, Agnes is more than happy to do that. I got your mail, I went and I opened your mail so you wouldn't have to read it, all these things. Unhealthy boundaries galore. When we don't see and embrace our worth, we are more prone to have unhealthy boundaries or zero boundaries. It's easier to get stepped on, walked on, manipulated, taken advantage of. And the thing is, for a while, we may be more than happy to do that. Why? Because I have a place. Thank you for including me. Thank you for letting me belong. As long as I do this, then I can stay. Of course, the issue with this is that people may get tired of us. People may get frustrated with us. People may use us up and say, okay, I'm done with you. And at a certain point, the empty hole of needing safety, respect, and love, we keep trying to fill it by people-pleasing, but then people aren't pleased. We train them to think and believe that, okay, your happiness is my responsibility, so if you're unhappy, it's my fault. And they believe that, so they start treating us accordingly. So how do we get out of that? The same way Agnes does, by developing some self-respect, by developing healthy connections based on unconditional love, unconditional positive regard, being seen, safe, and accepted. But first, Agnes is going to make one last big play for being Wednesday's best friend.
Show yourself, Agnes.
I knew I had to step up my game to become your best friend.
Oh my gosh. See?
By raiding my closet.
So Tim Burton-y.
I did this for you. I wanted to show you how much you mean to me.
You failed.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Just because Wednesday's our protagonist doesn't mean she's always
Agnes?
good. This is beautiful,
I can't even
though.
get peace and solitude in a crime scene.
What happened to you?
Wednesday dropped an Adam's bomb on me. Congrats. You win. I thought I was everything she wanted in a best friend. Sarcastic, sardonic, with the same dark neo-goth aesthetic. But it turns out I was dead wrong.
If you're tired of being invisible, stop hiding in other people's personalities. Be your own psycho, Agnes.
I'll dance with you.
You don't even know my choreography. Unless you've been stalking my rehearsals.
So great advice from Enid here. If you're tired of being invisible, stop hiding in other people's personalities.
That's true.
Back to fandoms and obsessions or influencers or personalities that we follow, we promote, we herald, we love. All of that is, I think, a normal part of human psychology. You've maybe heard me say that what makes something a disorder is generally a normal human behavior dialed up too high so that it starts impeding and getting in the way of things. There's nothing wrong, honestly, with Agnes admiring Wednesday for saving the school, for doing something brave, for her look, for her devil-may-care attitude. But because she has put Wednesday on a pedestal, she's going to fall. Like, Wednesday's going to fall. There's no place to go but down.
So do not put me on a pedestal, because I will burn it down.
When they say never meet your heroes, part of that is sometimes when people are put on pedestals, they become jerks. But another part of that is every person you admire is just a person, and they're going to have weaknesses. Wednesday's the hero of the show. She's also kind of a jerk sometimes. And Agnes tying her worth to Wednesday's approval is such a shaky foundation. And I think what Wednesday is trying to get Agnes to do, on maybe some subconscious way, because we're going to see her response is, oh, this is what I always wanted, is for Agnes, if Agnes is truly going to be like Wednesday, ironically, she needs to let go of Wednesday's approval and give approval to herself, give love to herself, and see her own worth. This is where Wednesday gets her confidence, because Wednesday believes in herself. And Wednesday is like, I don't want to believe in you. I don't want to give this to you. You need to give it to yourself. But you'll notice that Wednesday is actually happy for Agnes when Agnes does get there.
That includes you, Agnes. I know you're still here. Finally, some originality.
I don't care what you think about me anymore.
Good.
What's the plan?
The plan is an awesome dance number. I love it so much.
You created a creature of the night. Now I'm wanting your hair.
I don't care what you think about me anymore. Good. Finally, some originality. Ironically, in seeking Wednesday's respect by being everything she thinks Wednesday wants, she fails to get Wednesday's respect. It's brown-nosing. In accepting herself and loving herself and embracing her own worth and being who she actually is, she gains Wednesday's respect. And at the moment that she doesn't care whether or not she has it, she gets it. And it's a nice bonus. And that's the thing, is the respect of the people you admire, the love of different people, the acceptance, the belonging. These can all just be bonuses to the love that we give ourselves. And we see at the end of the season that Agnes is fully integrated into the group. They're now a trio instead of a duo. And that she, even though her home life is still rough, she has healthy connections, she has friendships, and it's a beautiful thing. But the way out of stalking, the whole psychology of stalking is what I've been talking about, is this obsession with, if I'm connected to this, this gives me worth. The cure for, not stalking, but also the cure for low self-regard, the cure for people-pleasing and craving the approval of others is to give it to yourself, is to see the good things about you, your strengths, the things that you appreciate and admire about yourself, and then to treat your weaknesses as growth opportunities and to treat them with compassion. So, what do you think about the character of Agnes on the show, how she's designed, how she's played, and this arc that we've been exploring in this video? Let me know in the comments below. I've got an entire series of Wednesday Gets Therapized videos for you to enjoy. There's a link in the description. Until next time, folks, keep shining. We need your light.